Okay, so overall, I think for moving forward for me and Kathy, and I know probably a lot of other players in the league feel like this, like I would like to build a relationship with her that is genuine,
Hmm.
that I feel like the commissioner cares, because I know Adam Silver has relationships with those players
For
and his
sure.
top
For
players,
sure.
some of the best players in the league. So I want to build a relationship with her. Hopefully that she's open to that, that it feels genuine for where I feel like I'm wanted more than just a shut up and dribble.
Mm.
And that will be that is something that hopefully she's open for, but hopefully that is something that is genuine. I don't want her to do it because
Right.
of this situation
Yeah.
that happened, and it shouldn't have taken this long for this situation to happen where you want to build a relationship, because us rookies, I mean, knowing what we came into the league with, and all of the hype and all of the pressure, like I feel like a relationship should have been built earlier on. But I'm giving some grace, I guess, for her to build a relationship that is
You can.
genuine.
You should. And that's also big of you to
Yeah.
say that. I I think you should invite her to come sit right in this chair.
Yeah.
She should come be on
She
your
wanna come on.
podcast.
Come on, Kathy.
Come on, girl.
Okay. Let's move forward. Let's talk about the Dallas
Dallas Wings.
commentators situation where you were commentating but
Oh.
took 50 seconds not to say anything. Apparently, that was the time. They said you didn't take your time out for 50 seconds to speak on specific situation. I don't know what happened, but let me know what
I
happened.
know, like, but some stuff though, honestly, I'm like, I really, if you understand TV, like if you understand play by play, if you understand color, like it really isn't even worth me explaining,
Right.
but I will.
Yeah, because I don't know much about it. So let's just give people
Well,
now.
so I actually I was color for the Dallas Wings Las Vegas Aces game. Um, my play-by-play guy, he had graphics. So the play-by-play person, for those who don't know, is the one that reads the graphics,
Yeah.
right? When the producer gives you the graphics and cards and ads and all of that. So it was during play. It was during play. Dallas Wings, Las Vegas Aces. So the graphic he had was for Player of the Week. So it was Caitlin Clark and Nafisa Collier. So he said, Caitlin Clark, Player of the Week, said a few things about her, and then he went right to Nafisa Collier, said a few things about her, and then he said, you'll get a chance to see both of them because they'll be coming to Dallas in the next week. And then we went right back to game action.
So they was mad you didn't say nothing?
First of all, I don't even know how they counted 50 seconds. Who has time to do that? But my point being, I wasn't supposed to say anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he said, Sheryl, Caitlin won Player of the Week. What are your thoughts on that? Nafisa Collier won Player of the Week. What were your thoughts on that? It wasn't a dialogue. It wasn't a conversation. But of course, everyone said when he mentioned Caitlin, I was quiet for 50 seconds.
And then they said you didn't want to come back to.
And so the other thing, right? That's not how that happened. So then, of course, Dallas played Indiana, and everybody is like, "Oh, well, this will be interesting. Let's see what Sheryl does." I'm laughing, Angel, honestly, because this is so funny to me,
And it's
and
stupid.
it's crazy.
It's crazy. It's stupid.
So they were like, "Oh, Sheryl was replaced. They fired her. They kicked her off the game because it's Caitlin Clark, and she can't do that game." So for the Dallas Wings, they have one play-by-play guy, and there were 3 of us for the season. Myself, Fran Harris, and Nancy Lieberman. I was contracted to do 7 Dallas Wings games. So I was never supposed to do that game anyway.
Yeah.
But because of everything else, they just kind of figured because I didn't do that game that they fired me. But really, my contract was up.
So they made that a thing. That was never a thing.
That that was it. It wasn't a thing. They made it a thing.
It's always something. Like I feel like they're always trying to pinpoint you on one specific person. It's just weird. I feel like it's really weird. And I think it also like goes back to like a lot of these men in media all of a sudden have opinions about women's basketball. Never had opinions about women's basketball before, but all of a sudden everybody from different angles have an opinion on women's
or they
sports.
also never watch.
They never watch. They just see the
No.
highlights. They don't watch the full game. They only just see the highlights.
And I think I know why they do it,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like anytime, it's like when you say Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, people are like, oh my goodness, they don't like each other, so let's see what this is about.
Yeah.
So when you say Sheryl Swoopes, Caitlin Clark, it's like, oh my goodness, Sheryl doesn't like her, so let's see what this is about. And like, all of that's stupid to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not true. It's all stupid. And also, now they may be mad when I say this, because it's funny to me. Like, when I look at the number 22s in the
Mm-hmm.
league, like I was 22, Asia's 22, Caitlin's 22. Like, those are some hell of a good number 22s.
Period.
And we're all a part of the Nike family. It just, like, a lot of the stuff that people are trying to say is there, it just does not exist.
Yeah.
And also, just like I'm old enough to be your auntie, I'm old enough to be her auntie.
Yes.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I
It's
really am.
tired.
And I can only imagine that she has to be tired of it as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, there was nothing there. I will say the only time, and I already mentioned this, the only time where I made a mistake
Mm-hmm.
talking about Caitlin and what she's done was on the podcast back in February
Yeah.
that I apologize for. But it's like, nope, you hate her.
Yeah. But you know they're gonna
And I
make this
really
a thing.
don't.
They're gonna say we only got on here to talk about one person.
I'm sure.
But you know they always try to make a thing. But so we're gonna switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
You know how like I had tweeted the other day and I was like somebody tweeted and was like, every time Angel with somebody or walking down the street with somebody, y'all always saying she's dating them. She can't make a TikTok with somebody. And I was like, I quoted and was like, yes, it's getting weird. Like when you be seeing people saying I'm dating people, like, or they saying Angel's messing with this person or this person, like, what you be thinking, auntie? For this auntie, this all
Yeah,
basketball.
I know. I know. This I
auntie
gotta
right
do
now.
best. First of all, I know where to find you. So if I ever thought that there was something there that shouldn't be there,
Right.
I know
You
where to
gonna call
find
me.
you. Yeah. But I will say this. So what though? What I mean by that is like, live your life.
I'll be living my
So
life.
live your life. Do you know that song?
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Okay, we're not singing, but
That's Rihanna.
yeah, but I'm just saying, guys do it all the time.
Yeah. Allegations become the thing is I don't even be
But
dating half of the
guys do it all the
people.
time, and nobody is like posting saying,
Exactly.
"Oh, so and so,
Angel,
I just
this
saw
person
so
was
and so
cold,
walk
but this
away."
person,
Yeah,
it's just because it's me. But like, why? I'd be like, why? Like, why? Why me? Like, why? I can't even go down the street and get something from the corner store without. I could be walking next to your brother, and they gonna say I'm dating your brother.
I mean, if they weren't talking about you, then you should worry, I guess.
But I don't do nothing for the game. I'm just this bad
That's what
ghetto
they say.
ratchet thug. This.
You are
But
you.
like, they still like I'm not even playing right now, and they still posting videos about me on ESPN. So that's why, like,
'Cause
when
they
they
have to,
when they
though.
say when they sit here and say like Angel, like she just throws up bricks, like she's worried about fashion, she's not worried about anything else other than basketball. She doesn't do anything for the game. We're only watching because of like like I'd be like,
Yeah, but you don't believe that.
I don't.
I know. So
I laugh at
you
it.
don't buy into
No.
that. I love all of it.
Yeah.
I love all of it. My thing is this: if you doing all of that other stuff
Mhm.
was taking away from the game,
Yeah.
like your game, and you weren't contributing and doing what you did, I'm saying did because you're done for the season,
Yeah.
then I would be like, all right, maybe she's doing a little too much.
Too much. But you'll make a call. You'll call me.
I said, I know where to find you.
And you want to go on this podcast because they've had a problem with me getting a podcast, making a podcast.
Why?
I'm too worried about my podcast. But then I had a little podcast game. My podcast game, I went off a little bit.
Yeah, you did. I love it.
It's funny. It's
but
funny.
I love it for not just you. My thing is like, why do women have to be put in a box where we can only do one thing? And I'm gonna speak from like just being a mom, because as a mom, we do it all. We cook, we
Yes.
clean, we wash
Yes.
clothes, we travel, we were all of those things. So when men are doing it, it's like he's a great businessman.
Yeah. He's multidimensional. He can do it
Yeah,
all. That's a king right
but
there.
when women do it, it's like, oh, she's doing too much.
So earlier in your years when you
I
were
don't agree with
playing,
that.
you don't remember?
No.
You say you don't remember?
No, I said I don't agree with
Oh,
how
okay, okay.
how people say that women, you're doing too
Yeah,
much.
no. Earlier on in your years, like, were like WNBA players, NBA players like dating or no? Is that not a thing?
I don't think so. Like,
Were you dating?
they might have had a couple or two, but it was almost like we were friends.
Okay.
I know, like, just playing in Houston and when the Rockets were there. So
Hmm.
back then it was like Katina Mobley
Yeah.
and Moochie Norris and Steve Francis. Like, they were all coming to the games and they were watching and
Genuine
supporting.
support.
But it wasn't talked about as much then
Yeah.
because of social media.
Yeah.
You know, so
I think that's why people be posting it, because like I am attractive, and when they see me like even just
yes.
sitting next to somebody, it's like, oh, they're dating. Like, yeah.
I haven't seen anything yet from you where I was like, oh, let me call her and see who is this boo.
These not my men. These
I
not
know.
my guys.
That's why I haven't called you one time.
Yeah, because you know.
But I know where to find you though.
You know.
But live your life.
I am.
I love it.
Period.